Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for watching the Timeless Travel Club. And today I'm going to be going back in time a little bit, and I'm going to talk about a certain individual. Her name is Decideria Rodriguez. Decideria happens to be my great-grandmother, and she's passed almost 75 years ago. Now, the reason why Decideria is so important now is because there's been a sudden awareness amongst my sister and my cousins. Decideria, really, we didn't know much about her until most recent. She had a very difficult life. She came from a very poor family in El Saucillo in the state of Aguascalientes. And she married a man who we think was very abusive. So with her one daughter, she escaped, moved to a convent in Aguascalientes, and there is where her daughter met my grandfather. She's sweeping the front of a convent around a fountain. He stops to water his horse. He's going to California. Sight unseen, he asks my grandmother to marry him, and she said, "Let's go talk to my mother." So Decideria, out she comes, and she made a deal with my grandfather. She says, if she goes, I go, you take the whole package. So Decideria moves to California. My grandmother has 10 children, my father being the oldest of the 10. 3 boys, 7 girls, in that order. Unfortunately, my grandmother passes away during childbirth. So Decideria steps up to help raise these 10 children. Mostly the girls, because the boys, they're the oldest and they're already off doing their own thing. But, you know, my tias, my aunts were the pillars of this family. All extraordinary women. And we all think it's due to Decideria. They're from the generation who really didn't talk about their past. They're from the greatest generation, the World War II generation. There are 3 left. So suddenly, we don't know how, or maybe it was Decideria calling to us, but there is a sudden awareness about Decideria and a sudden urge to know more about this woman. So knowing that I travel Mexico, my cousins agreed to have a visit to the place that Decideria comes from. And this video is to highlight that place along with my great-grandmother, Decideria Rodriguez. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm going to give you all an update on where we're at. We're in the town of El Saucillo, and this is the hometown of my great-grandmother, Decideria Rodriguez. And this is the hacienda in the town of El Saucillo, which employed the town. Ironically, the young lady that's showing us around that gave us access here, her last name is Ruiz, the same as the husband of my great-grandmother. His name was Juan Ruiz. So a very small town. I'm thinking that we're all related in some way. So let's see where this tour takes us. There's an elderly woman that we're supposed to go meet in town, and that's going to be interesting. So stay tuned. Mike, this is better than the hotel you're in. No tocas. Turistas. Ay, turistas.
Original. No way.
Original. So 200 years old. See, I speak goat. Hola, primas. So I'm on the 2nd floor of the hacienda, and if you can see behind me the little turret holes inside the wall, this was during the Cristero War. This is where they would stick their rifles to fend off any enemies coming.
Oh, you're right.
Over here is a little bell tower.
Oh.
This is where they would sound the alarm when they see people coming. And Citlali tells us that Miguel Hidalgo was here. That is amazing. That's a lot of history then. Two. You got a friend. So this is a spring here? This is a beautiful room.
Tobacco is sacred, and so we have a cigarette to offer as our expression of gratitude for having the experience gifted by our genealogist cousin to help us to step back in time and remember where we come from, who we come from, more importantly, and how they may have lived their life. The answers to so many questions by walking around through here has given me a new appreciation for who I am in this clan of family, in this tribe. This is to honor Decideria, to thank her for all that she did to create all of us.
She is not forgotten.
She is not forgotten, and this is the message, that she is not forgotten.
So I'm grateful that Decideria made herself known to me almost a year ago. And my message to the next generation actually is that that we thank her for taking care of all our aunts and uncles and my mom. And although she did her best, and she suffered a lot and she could not show love, which is really the story of my mother and my aunts and uncles. It's all our stories. I want to let her know that now our generation does know how to show love. So it is flowing. It didn't get stuck. She did what she needed to do. Thank you for caring for our family. And now the love is flowing. It's unstuck. And we are strong women thanks to her. So thank you for your strength, for taking care of us, and now the love is flowing. Andy, do you want to do?
Yeah, let's go. We'll hold for you, Andy.
I used to be a smoker, so I gotta be careful.
Yeah, don't inhale in your mouth.
Decideria, I feel like I've known her for many years now, since I've been on this genealogy journey. And I think that she's always been with me, in a sense. Because if that wasn't the case, I would not have continued the genealogy on her side of the family. I came here 3 years ago, found this location. I don't think I could have done it without her. She was calling to me. So the next journey, it's never over, but the next step is to find our blood that still flows in this little town of El Saucillo. So this hacienda is kind of the mothership, and looking forward to the further journey that she's going to take us on.
Great gratitude.
Our hacienda host, Citlali Ruiz, took us to the home of the oldest citizen in El Saucillo, which has less than a 700 population. Her name is Doña Rita, and she's 94 years young. Ultimately, we'd hoped that she had known the story of Decideria and her daughter Guadalupe since they were from that little town. But too many years had passed, as Decideria and Guadalupe escaped to the city of Aguascalientes around 1906, and Doña Rita wasn't born until 1925. It was, however, such an honor and a treat to spend time with a woman who, at her age, is completely independent and self-sufficient. The living room of her house is a mini store. And if you notice the young man entering the picture from the right side, he walked right into her home to buy a cigarette while we were visiting with her. Doña Rita's family have nicer or newer homes, and they always urge her to move in with them, but she refuses. She prefers her independence, her mini tienda, and of course her garden. While Doña Rita did not know the family of Decideria, Decideria would have been very impressed with her. Doña Rita is an amazing woman.
And she's like, no, I'm not gonna go.
No, nunca. Y él, como medio, como que yo lo noto que se medio se disgusta porque le digo que no me voy.
Se preocupa.
Así no me voy. A mí aquí tengo mis macetas para regarlas, para echarles agua, echarles tierra.
Her plants.
Tiene sus plantas, tiene sus
plants.
plantas acá.
Sí.
Me gusta pasar a ver
Sí,
sus
let's
plantas.
go and see. Vamos a ir a ver sus plantas. Vamos a ir. A ver.
Gracias para que vean.
It's funny how some people, I just start talking to the camera and they think I'm talking to them, and then they're, oh, sorry. Well, like right now. Oh, they're boxing.
Little kids?
Yeah.
Okay, see,
On the way back home from, where have we been? El Saucillo. We decided to stop in the city of San Jose de Gracia. This is also where we have some of our ancestors who were born. Unfortunately for them, their city is buried in water. It's underneath this lake.
It's a dam.
Yep, it's now a dam. It's a damn it.
Damn.
But the thing about this place is they decided to erect this statue, and it's called Cristo Roto. And if you can see this statue here, this is a replica of it. It doesn't have one arm and it's missing a leg, and it's made to represent the fact that Christ died for everyone, not inclusive of the people who are broken. So this represents those folks that he sacrificed himself for. But I want to show you now, there's a fair going on in town. Is there a name of a fair, did you know? Yeah, I don't know. But there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of shops, there's a lot of food. And right now, there's a lot of boxing going on. Let's check out who's on the main event. What's this frenzy all about over here?
Beautiful.
It's like a chick frenzy. All I saw was elbows and cloth material flying all over the place.